Class of '85, we are a proud bunch over here. We were here back in the 20th century, back some time ago. We're now all having a midlife crisis, as you can see. We're right there, so bear with us. I did the math quickly today. This is not the gals. The guys in our class have collectively gained 20,000 pounds since graduation. So I'm responsible for 100 myself. I wrestled 101. You can see the change. All right. Well, here we are. We want to show you guys a little difference, the change, the contrast between today, 2010, and back then, 25 years ago, 1985. Right? It's a little piece we'd like to call for you here, call to your attention. There's a motley group, aren't they? There's the entire class all gathered back in '85. But a little segment we'd like to call 25 Years in 5 Minutes. So just give us 5 brief moments. A couple thanks right off the bat. Karina Packnett, a sophomore, helped us with some photos. Thank you, Karina. The yearbook staff was great. And Will Bean wanted no recognition. He's my classmate. He's an Eagle Scout. So if this goes badly, blame Will Bean, okay? That's all Will's fault. All right. Well, folks, the big changes, we all know it's all technology today. These students up here, look at them. They're all looking down because they're ready to text. They've all got their own phone here at school, right? They all have their own gadget. And so that's the biggest change I think we're seeing today. It's all about technology. Everyone has their own mobile device. A little different back in the '80s. I mean, today that's how you communicate, that's how you connect. Back in the '80s, we listened to music even a little differently. I think we've got a slide. No, that's the wrong slide, Will. That's 1885, Will. That was the wrong slide. But, okay, nonetheless, a lot of changes for us back in the '80s. The biggest change, we were most proud of our hair. And we liked our hair big. We were really big into big hair. Look at this group right here, folks, if you would, okay? Let's point out a few now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a group, well, the girls, they liked it big and puffed up. You can see here, the great Danette Poole up there. Now, look at the boys. If you're a senior member of our classmates, this is called the mullet, a great cut back then. This is a cut that we like to call very short up front, right? But in the back, a little bit longer in the neck. We called it all business up front, but a party going on in the back there, okay? This is my good friend Mark Falcon. Mark, big in the mustache back then. Mark had a mustache in 4th grade. I was very jealous of Mark back then, but a good-looking crew, right? A good-looking crew. A lot of changes to the physical plan. You guys are blessed with this amazing Spark Stadium. Look at this. You've got this rubberized track, artificial field turf. I mean, look at these aluminum bleachers. Pretty nice stuff. Not the case back in the '80s and beyond. Look at this. We played on real grass. The football team had grass stains on their pants back then, right? You had wooden bleachers, splintered wooden bleachers back then, and the track team ran on gravel, essentially. It was cinders back then, as we all remember back the sparks of yesteryear. So here's your football team. A lot of pride. The team's changed, but the pride remains, right? Today's team, here they are. Look at this crew. I got to give them a shout out. 13 years before we won the SPSL championship in 1984. This is your group right there, led by all SPSL quarterback Kelly Susie. Kelly, stand. Where are you back there? There he is. There he is. That's right. He inspired the Heward family. A lot of these guys here today, Miko and Job, I see. Is Mark Ledbetter here? Where's Ledbetter? Is he back there? Mark, stand up. There he is right there. That man scared me in high school. He scares me today. That's an imposing figure right there. But an incredible group. So, basketball team, a lot of pride in our team, right? Here's today. Hope you come out tonight. Curtis, we're going to beat the #2 team in the state. But here they are right here. Now, the big change, if you think about basketball through the years, you got to point this out, right? Look at these. Now, these are shorts, but really they're pants, aren't they? These are pants. Let's go back to 1985. Those are shorts, ladies and gentlemen. This is a short. That's Lance. See, that's the great outside shot of Jay Vogt. Jay, I know Jay's here. Jay, raise a hand if you are there. There he is. And this guy here to your left, Doug Bradley. He left Puyallup as the all-time scoring leader. All right, that was Doug Spradley right here. Doug is now coaching professional basketball in Germany, so an amazing, amazing athlete for us back in '85. We had to salute Jim Clifton. We pulled out a shot. There he is. James Clifton, 1960. Look at this guy. He led all of our teams, as you just heard. There he is. Also, one with the mustache. We're very proud of that. And look at the enthusiasm on Mr. Clifton's face here as he runs another PE class through their workout there. But today's students, you guys are all about backpacks, right? You got to carry 10 pounds of books in those backpacks. Different for us. We had it a little bit easier. We had something we called the locker. back then. You started off sophomore hall up top, down to the junior hall, and finally the ground floor is seniors. I was stuffed in my locker for 3 hours by the aforementioned Mark Ledbetter. So, thank you, Mark. Good to see you. And I'm still in therapy over that session. Here's the cheer staff, a lot of pride. They bring us pride every year, the cheer staff. Look at our cheer staff, going back a few years, with the Beach Boys at the Puyallup Fair. How about that? Dancing on stage to be true to your school. Not so shabby. I see Danette has promised a few cheer moves later. Danette, is that? She is saying, hell no. Okay, no. Okay, here we are. Today you can go over to the Commons and you can order a soy, non-fat, tall, grande macchiato, right? Well, in our day, a little different. Choices were a little different back then. We could go to the store and order a Tab or Mellow Yellow. That was our choice. And, you know, today's students, between class, they want to get a little refreshment. They've got a sparkling seltzer, a smart water bottle drink, right? For us, a little different. Back in the 80s, well, that's right, we drank it from the tap. That's right. And we liked it. That's a hose, kids, okay, up there? All right. Well, it's all technology, right? They like to tweet, they like to Google, they like to Bing. I gotta say that for Microsoft, right? All this programming going on. Look at the smart boards in today's high schools. Different place. A little different for our options back in the 80s. We had just one option. Here it is. That's called a typewriter for the students of today. This is a device now seen at the Karshner Museum in downtown Puyallup. This was our auto shop back in '85. It was a dark, cold, cramped place. Medieval tools we were using back then in the 80s. If you haven't been over to the South Building, alumni, you got to get over there. Look at this place today. Just what they need. We got a bistro, an automotive shop, a studio. Look at the facility. This is what they need today to meet the jobs of tomorrow. So great to see those improvements here at the high school. But they need that to work on the cars of today. These are what students are driving. It's a hybrid, it's a smart car, it's a Prius, right? Eventually every student coming here is going to plug their car in when they come to Puyallup. And a little different from our era. We liked our cars like we liked our hair. We liked them big, all right? We liked the muscle car. We liked to soup them up. Here you go, folks. It was the IROC Z. It was the Camaro. It was the Mustang. This is how we cruised the loop in Puyallup. We did it with these cars. Everybody had a muscle car except for my classmate Larry Dotson, who drove the AMC Pacer. And as you can see, Larry did not date a lot in high school. But great faculty. This school's been blessed for generations by faculty. Look at these legends. You got 95-pound Dave Reekway up there on the left, the great artist Roy Nishiori, General George Wilfong for so many years. How about the great Mike Hewer who just left last year? June Coleman, I saw Art Larson, Kenny Larson back in the back. Kenny, wave a hand if you would. Right there he is, great Kenny Larson. And they were all led. We just introduced him, but he's got to stand up. For 15 years, our principal here, the great Dale T. Mitchell. Dale, where are you back there? There he is. Hasn't changed a bit. He's a dead ringer for Glenn Campbell, the singer, like a rhinestone cowboy. He'll be doing that later. But great pride in our pageants, like the Daffodil Pageant, the great princess this year, Princess Monica. And back in '85, well, she's represented us well, Princess Kay. Kay, where are you? Stand up, Kay. Where are you? There she is, right there. Teaching in our school district today. We're very proud of these guys. Very nice. And, you know, it's all about Facebook today, right? Every student has a Facebook. Here's Principal Smith. Now, this is sad. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Would someone help out this guy? 4 friends only for Mr. Smith. It's his wife and kids. Someone friend Mr. Smith, okay? Little different